If you're gonna stick to that report of forcing your weakness, right now I don't think there's any weakness yet.
Mindoro actually shooting 48%. Madadagdagan pa yan after that basket by RJ Ramirez. But Nueva Ecija is shooting about 54% from the field.
That is right. Both teams actually really good shooting overall, except for that 28-66% respectively for Mindoro and Nueva Ecija, which the Rice Vanguards have clearly an advantage because of those made threes. Good pass.
We saw the first miss of Christian Manaytay earlier.
That's a foul.
Oh, that's a third against June Manzo. That's big.
Yeah, that is huge. I mean, you draw out June Manso in the second quarter with still 2 and 10 remaining. That's big.
And Nueva Ecija remains ahead, 49-38. We'll pause for a break.
Hello sa lahat ng nanonood ng Mpbl and gusto ko lang kayo invite yung mga taga-Abra dyan na i-invite ko kayo sa Abra home game namin sa March 29, kalaban namin Jensan, and hopefully makita ko kayo doon, sana mag-support kayo and hopefully mabigay namin yung panalo para sa inyo.
Amin nga kakailan may nga taga-Abra, inimbitaran may da kayo amin nga umayagboyan no 29 ni Jay UAG Bangged. Kita-kits guys!
Alright, that's gonna be on Saturday. And Nueva Ecija will be part of that. They will take on the Val City Magic, followed by the Manila Batang Quiapo versus the Cebu Classic. And then the main game, Abra will try to defend their home court for the very first time this season. They will square off against the Jensen Warriors.
Sabado, Governor Andres Bernes. Ganda ng gym na yun.
You will be there.
And you will watch?
Yes.
I thought you're going.
Papaalam muna ako sa asawa ko. Malayo-layo yun.
Ako hindi na ako nagpapaalam sa mga ganyang pagkakataon. Alam mo kung bakit?
Oh.
Sinasama ko na lang.
Ayun. Maganda dyan.
Magandang sagot.
Sige, sasama ko din minsan. Ha?
Yeah.
Pwede naman eh.
Come fly with me.
Meanwhile, 49-38 po ang ating talaan with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah.
Coach Rodney Santos has done a solid job as their new head coach dito sa Mindoro.
Yes.
The slasher.
And you like that he actually shifted the scheme of Mindoro, who last year was primarily really a triangle offense team. Now he shifted it to fit the personnel. And you're seeing a lot of ball screens, a little 4-out action.
2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Andrews sends it back to Ramirez.
Good kick.
Yenes, laban kay Macaloni. Gamalinda, that familiar jumper does not work though.
Right.
Villarias, miss. Rebound, Marcelino. Oh,
wow.
JC, the find underneath to Will Macaloni.
Iba talaga pag may vision kang pumasa. I mean, right on the instance that he got that ball, he knew where he wanted it to end up, in the hands of Will Macaloni.
Steal again. Here we go, Marcelino twins. Kevin, go! Foul off the pass, no basket.
Well, those turbo jets, when they turn on, it's hard to stop. And it starts with the defensive side of the floor. I mean, the tap by the Twins and then the open floor action. Somebody had to foul him, so doesn't end up in the highlight reel.
Namubira mo makita. Kasing bilis nung takbo ng bola yung mga paa ng mga player. That's the mom of JC and JV watching.
Oh, right.
And you all know the story of their mom. As we see Will Macaloni miss on that shot. A very inspiring story, for the Marcelino twins. They grew up in Olongapo City, Coach Mike. And literally, nahirapan sila, in terms of, putting food on the table. But that was their mom that was really responsible for that during their early childhood years. And boy, those two players have turned out to be quite a gem para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Boy, the love of a mom. Whew. Bigat nun. That's nice.
Bakers dozen lead para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
1-1, they're gonna milk this. Go man.
JV slides in. Dino Comboy sends it to Axel Inigo. Di niya nakita si
Sayang.
JC. Or actually, that was JV.
Pero binantayan rin ni JV kasi alam niya, he's got a shot from the outside.
So this is gonna be 3 free throws para dito kay Axel Inigo.
Oh, tsaka si Axel, walang pag-alinlangan. There's the twins' mom, right? Boy, you just have to tip your hat off to the way how she took care of the twins.
First free throw good para dito kay Axel. 83% from the line this season. Played for the Pasay Voyagers. Had a key role there for Coach Keith Martin.
Right. Partnered with Lawrence and Warren. Really just fell short last season. But he really was a vital piece in that guard spot for Coach Marlon Martin.
And they lost to Nueva Ecija in the playoffs last year.
Right.
And actually the year before that din.
Yeah, actually that's right. And they met, I think they was in Pangasinan where we covered, me and Javi, and that was a good game too.
That was also a good move from Will Macaloni.
Final shot of the quarter here.
Nueva Ecija up by a dozen, 53-41. Ooh! Nakasundot si Villaria sa likod.
Oh, wow!
Foul against Big Bang Toto. Could not believe the call. Only the third team foul though against the Rice Vanguards. They have a timeout by the Mindoro Tamaraws. They will try to map out the last play of the half as they're still down here by 12 points. 53-41. We'll pause for break. Next 3 games para sa Nueva Ecija, March 29. That's gonna be in Benguet. They will take on the Val City Magic. April 5, they will go up against the Davao Occidental Tigers. And in Caloocan, they will visit the Caloocan Batang Kaangkalu. Great set of games in store for them. Muli po, pinabati natin ng happy 11th birthday si Miss Sayan Septimo, the daughter of our game producer. Walang iba kundi si Sir Ryan.
At patuloy akong humahanga sa pangalan na Sayan, na ang pangalan ng tatay niya ay Ryan. Ang sabi nito, ang nakaisip daw noon ay si GP.
Comboy, that's a big shot. And that shot made this a single-digit ball game to end the half. And maybe that's just what Mindoro needs to push them further here. But Will Macaloni and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards putting on a clinic on the offensive end in the first half. And our score, 53-44, Nueva Ecija on top by 9.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Ito Formento. Mone on the move. By his idol.
Not in my house, young man.
A great setup job by Formento. And Mone challenges Santos and Arwin says no.
I wonder what was going through his mind as he went up for that shot.
Inalpan ni Arwin. Harap-harapan. Category din naman itong team na to, no? With
Wow. Elgin and I really taking it to Will Macaloni here.
my goodness. Elgin and Daya.
I see the face of Will Macaloni after that shot. He's not having it.
In and out, setting up that spin. Wala ang depensa.
Jensen still got that chance on that last possession.
6 seconds. Clemente, he will fire. No. Agawan sa bola. Concepcion! Yes! Archie Concepcion!
Wow!
What an effort there for Archie Concepcion. It's been a frustrating evening for him, but coming up with the goods in the final minute of this ball game, they leave him alone. Nobody tracking down that basketball except Archie Concepcion. Slips away from Bringas. And a strong finish para kay Archie. Pasay regains the lead, 45-43. Serrano in a rush.
That's a foul.
Foul and the basket
That's a foul.
from Encho Serrano.
Attacking back, loses the basketball, spin move. Look at the strength, the upper body strength, the focus. They say your eyes make layups, Sidelf. Look at the concentration even after falling down.
Pingoy, 7 seconds remaining. Serrano on the move, trying to finish on the other side. Tolentino spins. Yes! To beat the buzzer. Neil Tolentino, and just in the nick of time, what a pass though from Michael Cañete. Ganda ng pass.
ganda.
How it was able to find its way to Neil Tolentino, I don't know. Because there were 4 white shirts there.
Right?
Look at this, the ball fake, and then he issues the pass.
Pangklase yun. Ang ganda.
Oo. Top 10 place.
Oo.
Init ng kamay ni Mark Cruz.
Oo. Pampito ba yun?
Yeah.
7.
Cruz peels away. He's fouled! Wow! Mark Cruz! 8 3-pointers.
Oh my, Mark Cruz. Ibang klase yun.
And look at this. Dribbling away from trouble. Steps back. Gets fouled. And knocks down the 3. A big-time play para kay Mark Cruz.
And you have all right to count it down, Mark Cruz.
This ball almost came up with the steal. Austria, spin, nabitawan ng bola. Here comes Tabi on to Victoria. Tabi
Wonderful
gets it
pass.
back. Beautiful play for Pasay.
That's the beauty of having a Lawrence Victoria. You have somebody you can create not only for his own shot but also for his teammates. Beautiful touch pass.
Pese ang hinahabol dito ng Risers. Bringas sets the screen. Carl drives past Janicio. Carl with a reverse. Pretty finish at the basket for Carl Bringas.
Wow, where did that shot come from? He was in real deep.
But take a look at this reverse.
Man.
Pretty finish at the basket para kay Carl Bringas.
Ibang klase yung tapos na yun.
Here's Napoles. Atake ni Jore. Wild shot. No good. Roca Curva. Roca Curva! Doing the MJ.
Ilista mo na.
You know, there's something about this move. Okay? The switch in the hands.
Right,
It's iconic.
right.
Reminds you of the great MJ.
Well, it wasn't exactly the same.
Running. Mintes, 4 seconds. Caballero has time. 3-point. Oh! Oh my goodness! What a game!
What a game!
Keanu Caballero! Keanu Caballero with a three from half court to win it! Wow! What a finish! An absolute stunner! It's a three-pointer for Keanu Caballero from half court! Bang! Oh my goodness! Mpbl basketball at its finest! Keanu Caballero wins it for the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. This was the ending that this game deserved. Keanu Caballero.
What a game!
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Our halftime score, 44 for the Mindoro Tamaraws, 53 for the home team, the Nueva Ecija Vanguards. They seek their second win dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum. And, well, to break down the first half, Coach Mike, both these teams shooting at a blistering pace. Mindoro tried to keep in step. They were down by as many as 13 points, but big three by Comboy, making this a manageable lead heading into the third quarter.
And this is a good shooting game. 47-51%, that's pretty good. It's just a +5 attempts para sa Nueva Ecija. A lot of that really coming from the turnovers that they forced when they got more points from turnovers. The rebounds have pretty much been the same. The assists, clearly, side of Nueva Ecija has more baskets coming off those ping passes. And yung bench, yan ang pinakamalaking disparity so far. Where are the points coming from? A lot of it is from the bench. And the Manaytay has led that way for Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, samantalang Mindoro Tamaraws. It's really been more of Bienes and June Manso adding the bench contributions.
John Wilson also joining in, and a lot of players contributing para dito sa Rice Vanguards. Ino Comboy leading the way for Mindoro with 8 points, 5 apiece for Axel Inigo, June Manzo, and Brand Bray Bienes. Actually, sa Mindoro din, no? Dami din nag-aambag. For Nueva Ecija naman, Christian Manaytay made his first 5 field goals for a total of 13 points. Ayaay with 9, Will Macaloni with 7. Robbie Celis, he did his damage early on in the first quarter, has 6 points.
He was the one who set the tone actually offensively para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
Same starting unit for Coach Don Dulay to begin the third quarter. Villarias met by Sedurifa. The lob inside, Celis, no foul. Gets the putback though, making this an 11-point lead once again.
That's why it's tough to go up against Rob Celis. He always stays in control inside the paint. And he's able to go to the next layer of the offense, shoot, pass, or score. He's able to do that because of his control.
5 on the floor for Coach Rodney Santos, Ethan Galang, who jacks up a free. Results into a miss. June Manso, Ino Comboy, Joseph Sedurifa, and Bam Bam Gamalinda. So this is a small lineup para dito sa Mindoro.
Yeah. Going small ball, but most probably trying to match up against the pace at which the Rice Vanguards have been playing. The way that they close out and play the length of the floor, you gotta be up to it.
So guys like Ethan Galang, Bam Bam Gamalinda normally playing the 3 and the 4. So parang 4 and 5 sila dito, no? So
Right.
Gamalinda trying to keep in step. And that basket will count plus a foul para kay Robbie Celis, who now has 10 points.
Look at the shooting of Rob Celis. He's 4 out of 7 from the field. Through bumps, through contact, just the stability to be able to get that balance enough to get a decent shot.
Celis completes the 3-point play. 58-46. 12-point lead para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Galang drops his head down, but a foul will be whistled against the Rice Vanguards.
Clearly in that situation, the plan was to try and set up a 3-pointer for Ino Comboy. So that drive by Ethan Galang ending up with the 2-foot jump stop at the low block really was to set up that corner drift by Ino Comboy, which never happened because there was a foul.
June Manso has 3 fouls. Ethan Galang, ball gets stolen away by JV Marcelino. Give and go by the Twins. And JV scores.
Sobrang unselfish nitong ng Twins na to eh.
Palagi kahit nakapikit,
Oo.
target pa din yung mga pasa nila eh.
Kahit yata may sipol sila, nagkakaamo yan. Ang ganun eh.
Battle for the rebound ends up with Nueva Ecija. Villarias, transition free is good.
And I'd like to borrow the line of Sedelf in that game in Pasay. This time around, I'll say, I don't think the Rice Vanguards could do anything wrong.
This is the biggest lead at 17 points. One and done by Mindoro.
And it's not like the Tamaraws are just standing around. They're trying to get stops, but
Double foul against Gamalinda and Macaloni. Jostling for position there.
tsaka gandahan dito, yun, kita mo na bumagsak si Bam Bam at tsaka si Will, pero you know.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet. More Marcelino twins providing some magic here in transition.
Sino naman ang babantay mo in that situation? The Twins plus Robbie Celis. On a 3 versus 1. Who do you guard?
JV. Celis. No handoff, so he opts to go right at Brandre Bienes. Bienes will be called for that foul.
Dennis is, he's done everything against Rob Celis. But minsan, you just have so much talent against the guy that you're guarding that it's almost unfair.
Robbie Celis, 3-time MPBL All-Star, 2-time All-MPBL second team. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
12 and 2 scoring so far this quarter. Of course, it's been tough to score to start the third for the Tamaraws. Somebody's got to be the spark here for, hopefully it's this guy right here.
But that fadeaway jumper does not work. JV turns the corner. Not much resistance to the defense of Mindoro there. This is balloon to 21.
Little rip screen from Robbie Celis to a very forceful driver in Marcelino.
Manzo gets it over the stingy defense of JV Marcelino.
7 points, June Manzo.
But an uphill climb para dito sa Mindoro, down by 19. Sidestep beauty! Basket and one para kay JC! Oh boy.
Yeah. Klase, di ba? Dinipensahan ba? Yes, dinipensahan. Hindi naman hinayaan eh, pero talagang, sabi mo nga, sidestep beauty.
This is simply poetry in motion. JC Marcelino. And earlier, we saw JV. Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika Abisamis.
We are not very used to the Rice Vanguards wearing green. This is actually a tribute to the many farmers they have here in Palayan City. But if you will remember, this was actually their original color pre-blue jerseys. This color also speaks of how refreshing it has been for the players and coaches to have this champion team culture they are maintaining. Coach Don speaks well of his new acquisitions. The Twins, Jam, Tosi, Maraytay, all have been very effective already in less than 5 games. Despite their wins, Coach Don feels like this is not yet the best basketball, especially if they are aiming for the top spot in the North. For now, they have to keep respecting Mindoro. They have the pieces. Ken, Coach Mike?
That's a nice reminder from Mika. Oo nga, no? Dati nga, they were sporting that green jerseys.
Dami ko natututunan sa mga report ni Mika.
Oo, kaya
Hindi ko alam na green pala yun dati.
Oo. That was prior to the pandemic, Coach
Prior
Mike.
to the pandemic, alright. Oh, well, when I think of the Rice Vanguards, I always think of that dark navy blue palette. That's nice.
And I think Tonino Gonzaga was part of that team.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
Right.
Jai Reyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And for a time, I think they were coached by Coach Charles Chu. During that time, di ba?
Okay, yeah. Well, there are certain details that I don't recall anymore. But I do recall him, Mika, mentioning about the Rice Vanguards, Coach Don Dula, understanding that they haven't played their best basketball yet if they wanna be ending the top of the division.
And that's really scary.
Yes.
For the opposing teams, Bam Bam Kamalinda forcing his way inside. 10 points for the former San Beda Red Lion.
And then that just shows, I guess, Coach Don Dula's respect for the other teams that have also shored up their lineup. I mean, you have Pasay is better this year because of the guards that they got. Abra definitely is up in there. And so maraming teams na nagpalakas din in the hope of just like them ending up with a championship this year.
Alam mo, yung North Division na yan, karambola yan, Coach Mike eh. Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, certainly part of that mix.
Yeah. And yung Pampanga, it's not the same as how they were with Balti and Encho and the rest of the guys, but they will definitely compete. You saw that in their last win, and definitely Archie and Jeff Binuya, they got things in mind also in store for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And it's a certainty, Coach Mike, na they have something to prove as the defending champions. As we would like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl.
In the same way that Coach Rodney Santos also has a thing to prove.
This is a great pass leading to this transition bucket by Ino Comboy. 10 points for the former Far Eastern University standout. This lead chopped down to 18 points.
Doing better on the fast break too. They now have a 10 points against the 9 of Nueva Ecija in that department. A really good leak out by Ino Comboy. Understood he had to let that defense of a JB fly by before he finished to the cup.
And Ino Comboy trying to lead the comeback here para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraws. It's not gonna be easy. Nueva Ecija humming on both ends. Now we will pause for break. Nueva Ecija still ahead comfortably here, 72-54. Robbie Celis in that game against Manila. Sensational performance, 19 points, 7 rebounds, the shooting splits, really good. And here, 13 points. Again, efficient shooting from the field and perfect from the line, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and makita mo lang yung basket, but you have to understand the shot selection. And he hasn't forced any shot. I mean, this shot that he made, he only took that because he heard a whistle. So that still would be a good shot.
At dahil dyan, abante sila dito ng 18 points. Skip pass, JC, catch and shoot free. Ball tap to Byron Villarias, no hesitation, off the heel. Inigo, scanning the floor, pulls up, three-pointer, no, rebound, Robbie Celis. 13 and 5 for the former NU Bulldog. JC will pull it back out. Crisp passing, but Celis left it short. Inigo trying to navigate through the defense. High off the glass, wala pa din. Ino Comboy. They go to the corner. Finally, a free converted there by Axel Inigo.
Very patient search by the Tamaraws for the best shot available. Was in there at the top. Kind of was thinking, am I gonna make this a shot attempt? But he understood, meron depensa sa harapan ko. I got Axel in the corner. That's the better shot. And so he gave it up for Axel. And Axel, being one of the really good three-point shooters of the team, knocked it down from there.
8 points from Axel Inigo.
Yeah. But if you go back a few more portions of that last possession for Mindoro Tamaraws, on that drive by Axel Inigo, it will already tell the defensive philosophy of the Rice Vanguards. They are not allowing a straight line drive with your strong hand. You want to drive, you got to drive with your left hand.
Oh! Look at this! A rim rocker from Christian Manaytay!
Oh my! I told you about Christian Manaytay. He is just a bundle of energy. Not just on the defensive side of the floor, he just scores on different ways, including that emphatic finish to the rim. Look at this one right here. Good ball movement.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, The Find, Tosi, to Manaytay. The hammer there to the delight of the Novo Ezijanos.
If that's not unselfishness on the side of Tosi Tansinko, and I don't know what is. Tosi is really good from the outside and the perimeter. He could have taken that shot. But he understood, you gotta find another guy and a teammate that's freer than me. He saw that dive by Christian Manaytay. You gotta reward the big man with that cut.
Coach Mike, kakapasok lang ni Tosi This is his first appearance
That's right.
in this ball game.
Pero in the very first game in Pangasinan, Tosi was the best player of the game. He was shooting the lights out of Pangasinan in that game.
And which goes to show you how deep this roster is for
Okay.
Coach Don Dulay.
Oh. Hindi mo masasabing luxury kasi these guys are never content with what they have, and so they just keep grinding every time. Speaking of the Rice Vanguards,
Shot clock violation called against Mindoro. It was a wild shot from Jonas Tibayan under the rest.
and dahil na naman yun sa depensa ng Rice Vanguards.
Pulyar. They go to the left side. Jesper Ayaay. Swing pass. Wilson attacks the closeout. Almost. But he will juke to the line for 2 free throws.
And John Wilson, the veteran scorer that he is, I think he's the lone 2,000 point member, no? If I recall correctly. You know, he's just seen almost every defense there is. Long closeouts, secondary defender or help defender coming in on a drive. And he just knows how to finish.
Decorated career here in the Mpbl. John Wilson, 2019 Mpbl champion, 2020 regular season most valuable player. A lot of accolades for the former Jose Rizal University standout. And also was once an MVP in the NCAA back in season 85.
Yes. The hope really is for Axel and the rest of the guys to score in bunches here, which they are very much capable of doing. They just gotta stay patient.
Bienes, pumihit,
go.
gets it.
Katulad nga sabi kanina, you have to play to your strength. I mean, that's the strength of Jeff Bienes, putting the ball on the floor, trying to create contact and finish in the paint. He can shoot the threes as well.
7 points for Ray Bienes.
Oh, that's a travel. That always gets Jasper Ayay. The jab left and drive middle. If by the time that you try and put the ball on the floor, you would have already lifted your pivot foot. That's a travel.
Still a 17-point lead for Nueva Ecija. Ramirez, one-on-one against Tosi. RJ, kick out. Tibayan drives. Turnaround, one-hander does not work.
Good effort.
Tibayan intercepts it. Ramirez, his own version of a floater. Mintes. Numbers here for Nueva Ecija. The lob, Wilson to Tancinco.
Reversal of roles right now. Kanina, pumapasa ng assist and the open guy, Tosi Tancinco. This time, he's the recipient of a good pass from John Wilson.
48 seconds remaining in the third. Inigo stops on a spot and gets bumped out of position by JC Cuellar.
Don't you just love that matchup? Two really good guards, Axel and JC Cuellar. Axel, he's got moves offensively. He knows how to put the ball on the floor and create. And JC, he understands how to stop you. So, gandang battle yan between these two guards.
Oh, pero may challenge tayo from Nueva Ecija. Coach Don Dulay not agreeing with the call. We'll pause for break. We'll return for the result of challenge, the close out by JC Culyar on that Inigo jumper. Free throw good for Axel, former Adamson Falcon, also played for FEU. Not sure kung nag-abot sila ni Achi sa FEU. I think
Alam mo, sure ako makakasagot niyan? Si Javi.
si Happy. Si Happy. May mga kami ng tidbits ulit.
Si Javi. Talaga makakasagot ni Javi.
78-61. Nakasona dito ang Mindoro.
Yeah.
Skip pass. Wilson. Quick release is good.
You do the zone because you wanna test their three-point shooting. Or the outside shooting for that matter. That's the first one, it went in.
And, 8 out of 15 ang Nueva Ecija from that distance. Culyar recovers and scores over Jay Utok. Lead has ballooned now to 22, 83-61 late here in quarter number 3. Inigo in trouble. And he loses it. Still enough time for Nueva Ecija, 2.3 seconds. Culyar getting ahead of steam. Heaves it. Oh, got out a good line, but off the mark. And Nueva Ecija led by 9 points at the half. They outscore the Mindoro Tamaraws by 13 here as they took control of this ball game here in the third quarter. Christian Manaytay, 15 points. Almost a perfect shooting from the field. And making both of his attempts from long distance. And this dunk sending this Novo Ecijano crowd into a frenzy. And at the end of the third quarter, lamang ang Nueva Ecija 83-61.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Alright, we're just about to start the fourth quarter. Sa laban ng Mindoro at Nueva Ecija, Christian Manaytay, breakout performance for the Rice Vanguards. 5 on the floor for Coach Don. Tosi Tansinko, JC Culyar, Christian Manaytay, John Wilson, and Jesper Ayaay. Wilson, automatic from that distance. Quarter scoring po natin. Again, nakita natin, no? Nueva Ecija, +8 in the first quarter, and then that decisive third, outscoring nga itong Mindoro by 13, 30-17. That's why they have this commanding 24-point lead.
And
Comboy, 3-pointer.
Yep. That was a good shot. I was gonna say that somehow in the past 2 games, the Rice Vanguards have that propensity of scoring roughly about the 30-point area. In their last game, they scored 38, 39 points.
The 3-pointers have been falling for the Rice Vanguards. Their 9th conversion. 9 out of 17.
Yeah. Tell you what the Tamaraws have done good in the third quarter. They've limited their turnovers. That's a good thing to me. But they couldn't make shots on the other end in as much as a flurry of shots were made by the Rice Vanguards.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop of appliances. Jesper Ayaay also breaking out of his funk. 12 points. 3 3-pointers. Manzo, kick out, Comboy. Going up against Tancinco. Manzo, mapuputokan siya dito ng 24.
Didn't notice the clock. Ashton Andrews, I don't think he was in the third quarter, right? The rotation, as you see the coaching staff right there. Coach Rodney, Coach EJ File. I guess that was Coach Murala, or one of the staff of assistants of Coach Rodney. They've been trying to find a way really to stop the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They've limited their mistakes in the third, but again, yung sunod-sunod na puntos at atake nitong iba-ibang players para dito sa Rice Vanguards made it tough to stop them.
Ayaay sends it to JC Culyar, short on the free. Rare miss from that distance para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Gamalinda out of control, lost his balance. And duty foul given up by Joseph Sedorifa.
Sedorifa made that stop because he wanted to assist Bam Gamalinda in that situation. Had to give that up. Here we go.
Alright, the homegrown John Arenas. Actually, Don Arenas. Getting some action here in front of the Nueva Ecija crowd.
That's one of the beauty of the Mpbl. We talked about it in the previous game also. Yung opportunity binibigay mo sa mga homegrown just like Arenas. And if you're that guy, you just really gotta grab it.
LGR is the official outfitter of the Mpbl. Perez getting some burn here for the Mindoro Tamaraws. Culyar probing. Manaytay, swing pass, Tancinco off the mark. John Wilson trying to get that ball. It ends up with Mindoro. Comboy guarded by Tosi. One-on-one, Comboy. He loves this matchup.
Yeah.
The cross, the pass, Natada. Namalinda up top. Shoots the free, no good. Perez tracks it down for Mindoro. Approaching the 7-minute mark of quarter number 4. Comboy, long distance free, no good. Wilson tried to hold down that rebound, but Andrews, again, the hustle, despite their team losing big here by 27. Manaytay was called for that foul. Tyron Chan, one of the acquisitions in the offseason, will get some playing time here for Coach Don Dulay.
Yeah, and Alvin Tanyada of the Muntinlupa Cagers coaching staff actually messaged me as I was mentioning about the coaches of the Mindoro Tamaraws. He said the one that was in there earlier was Coach Ray Alaw, the father of Fumor Alaw and Coach Ernest Alaw. There you go. Yeah. And the Alaw family, to my understanding, really have a good background when it comes to basketball. So no surprises that they are pretty much here in this Mindoro team coaching staff. I think one of the kids also, I think, if I recall, UST ba? Parang ganun. That's where he plays. A lot of good basketball in that family kid.
JC Culyar whips a pass to Tosi Tancinco. High arcing three is good.
High arcing three is good. And I saw Mika pointing to someone on that made three. I think scorer yata yung tinuro, no? To count that three. She made sure you count that three.
Lead up to 28. Comboy, left-handed layup. Wala. Nice Vanguards. Again, another amazing
good skip
shooting display. Arenas, Mintes. Natada tracks it down para dito sa Mindoro. Perez. Straight line. Drive to the hoop. The spin and the layup.
Good move by Perez. Going middle and spinning the baseline side. Ashton Andrews.
Look out. Ashton Andrews with a through-handed slam.
Oh, don't you just love the athleticism being full display here for Ashton Andrews?
And you could really sense yung mentality niya, no? He's not even bothered by the lead. Plays really hard.
Oo. And you love that. Lalo for newcomers, yung mga bago. What a move.
MJ Perez bouncing it to Natada. Homeboy. The jelly on that layup, but too much sauce. Ashton Andrews sa ilalim. Ball ends up with JC Cuellar. Tancinco strides down the lane and scores! Galang able to counter on the other side, but Mindoro cannot afford to exchange baskets here. Past the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Cuellar challenging Andrews and draws a foul. The assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet. Si Tancinco able to elude Ino Comboy. JC Cuellar, former Benid Blazer, also played for University of the East prior to transferring to Coach Charles Chu. Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika Abisamis.
Sabi ni Coach Don Dulay, I like Tosi because I have always been fond of stretch fours. Plus, Tosi is a great floor spacer. He understands the depth of this team. Sabi naman ni Tosi, nahirapan siya to find that right spot in a team, but Coach Don has made it easier for him to find his way home. This, the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, is his home. Ken, Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And, Tosi had that stellar season when he played for Zamboanga, and he's trying to bring that versatility dito sa panig ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They're still in total command here. We have a timeout, 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. Abante sila dito ng 22 points.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo. 50 si MB. Hati mo si Manny.
Our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. And Nueva Ecija, unless itong Mindoro mounts an improbable comeback here, mukhang madedepensahan ulit nila ang kanilang home turf dito in front of their always loyal fans, ever since. It's always a pleasure for us to travel here from Manila all the way to Palayan City.
And yung pagbiyahe mo dito and the quality of games that you're getting, you just, apart from the trip going here, you just enjoy the games as well. And who else is enjoying the games? My beloved Muntinlupa Cagers. The team is watching right now. The Domaric Matellano, the Iceman of the Cagers. Of course, I think Coach Mark Dandan is part of that coaching staff. And so, good luck to you boys. I'm rooting for you, being from Muntinlupa. Good luck to our season, guys.
Sa April, yung first game nila.
Yep,
So,
April.
abang-abang yan para dito sa Muntinlupa.
I just wish there'd be a home game again in Muntinlupa.
Ayan,
Sana magkaroon na, no?
tingnan natin. Ethan Galang to Ashton Andrews. Still playing hard despite this big deficit.
Pero yan ang importante, yung mga minutes na ganito that, the game's already decided, you're down pretty huge. You still gotta go show your stuff. This is an opportunity to showcase, the kind of player that you are, despite the situation.
Mayor Viandre and Sir Bong Cuevas certainly happy that their homegrown player is on the board.
Yeah.
Dondon Arenas with that 3-point conversion. And here's another opportunity for him to score. Goes down the lane, draws a foul. 2 more free throws. Nasa loob na rin, no? Si Bobby Balucanag, who hails from Lupao, Nueva Ecija. He had that long layoff from that injury.
Right.
And it's good to see him back dito sa Mpbl.
Well, a couple of really good stories as well here for Nueva Ecija, starting off with Arenas.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And, Arenas being a representative of Nueva Ecija as well. Talagang he's just making the most of this opportunity presented to him, and I love to see Bobby Balucanag, being back. After all, him playing alongside Billy Robles, that's gonna be special to me, because those guys are really tough wingmen that have strong body to finish, even in fast break.
And binanggit mo na rin, no? Si Billy Ray Robles still rounding out to form. Has played sparingly so far for Coach Don, but you could really expect him to make major contributions down the road para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
I think not just for those two guys. Coach Don Dula expects everyone in the Rice Vanguards to be doing that in the same way that Coach Rodney Santos expects the same from the Tamaraws.
And Nueva Ecija about to break the century mark for the second consecutive time.
There you go.
Here we go. 101-71. Last 2 minutes of the ball game.
And Bobby Balucanag gets them to the century mark with that undergoal stab from Tosi Tancinco.
Andrews continues to play and continues to compete.
You love that. I mean, if there are coaches, scouts here looking for players, I don't know if he's eligible for collegiate. You love his energy. You love his attitude. He's not complaining. He's not getting so much touches. He has to work for his possessions. And he has to defend against every guy that's trying to make a basket the other end. There's just, pretty solid guy here in Ashton Andrews.
Coach Mike, at the top of the coverage, we mentioned for Mindoro, the different iterations of this team. We saw them beat Binyan on their home floor. Natalo nga sila sa Caloocan, and here, this impending blowout loss against Nueva Ecija. And moving forward, ano sa tingin mo yung mga pwede pa nilang ayusin dito, no? Because they are pretty much a capable team under Coach Rodney Santos.
Well, first off, I think it's really just a tough proposition to be going up against the Rice Vanguards. These guys are built on a really good foundation, have been together for quite a while. Well, most of them have. And, samantalang itong Mindoro Tamaraws, I don't think matagal na sila magkakasama, because I think the only remnant from last year would be Ken Bono, if I'm not mistaken. Paul Desidero is no longer here. And so a lot of changes in personality and personnel. The chemistry has to be built. The important thing, the low-hanging fruits to me would be to try and finish strong quarters. I mean, you just can't compete in quarter number 1 and just let go in quarter number 2. You gotta compete on every quarter, so you give yourselves a fighting chance come the end of the game.
And alam mo, no, yung malaking run nung Nueva Ecija in the third quarter, that really spelled the difference, because at the half, they were just separated by 9 points. Nueva Ecija was up 53-44. And then once the Rice Vanguards kicked up a notch yung kanilang opensiba dito, and Mindoros was just helpless. Again, our beloved commissioner, Kenneth Remdes, and our head of operations, Emer Oreta. And boy, this season has produced a lot of classics already. That Batangas Rizal, that half-court game winner. But ito si Keanu Caballero,
right?
And you rarely see Coach Kenneth go up and really celebrate that kind of... As we see here, Tyron Chan joining the fray, hits the basket plus a foul.
Hinilamusan pa ni Ryan Costello. After all, magkasama yung matagal na yan sa Pasig before. Early on, that shovel pass feeding Chan right there. And he's gonna knock down that shot. Understand the closeout. He understand the opportunity to score. That's Tyrone. And much as this game is not gonna end, I'd like to thank Karpov Pascual and Pati Pascual for taking care of our Riley in school, picking him up for practice. We're here right now attending to these games.
Also shout out, happy birthday to one of the bouncers here in the Mpbl, Michael Olequino. And Nueva Ecija will just dribble out the clock here.
No more.
What a resounding victory for them over a game, Mindoro Tamaraws.
Yeah. An important thing here is you barely saw action from the Twins. You only saw them for 12 and 15 minutes. Robbie played for 15. Will Macaloni played for 16. Villarreal played for 15. Just almost equal distribution of minutes for everyone, giving everyone a chance to show off their stuff here in the Nueva Ecija game.
Another successful defense on their home turf. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards improved to 4 wins, no losses. And the Novo Ecijanos will go home happy.
Alam mo kung sino masaya pang Novo Ecijano na uuwi? Si Sir Daryl Conanan, one of the staunch supporters of the Rice Vanguards.
Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Christian Manaytay, his coming out party in today's ball game. 15 points, 5 rebounds, doing it on both sides, inside and out. That thunderous slam, breaking the fight out of the Mindoro Tamaraws.
Tuwan-tuwa si Sir Darius Conanan niya ng Rice Vanguard supporter.
Final score po natin, 72 for the Mindoro Tamaraws and 104 for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Mindoro will drop down to 1 and 3. It's back to the drawing board for them. Nueva Ecija, a lot of games left, obviously. Next game, they will go up against Val City Magic in Bangued. And now let's turn you over to Mika Abisabis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang best player of this game. Walang iba kundi si Christian Manaytay na nakakuha ng una niyang best player dito sa MPBL. Alam mo, napakaraming gumawa. Nakita mo naman lahat ng teammates mo. It was really a collective effort. Pero isa ka sa umangat sa opensa. You ended with 15 points tapos 2 sa 3. Kamusta ka pagkatapos ng larong ito?
Okay naman. Ginawa ko lang naman yung kailangan gawin. Magandang bagay din na nakapag-prepare kami ng maayos kasi yung Mindoro hindi madali kalaban. So we really prepared as much as possible. So we got the outcome that we want.
Maraming salamat na pag-usapan mo yung preparation. So far, anong nagugustuhan mo sa sistema ni Coach Don sa practices?
The system is madali lang siyang i-run. Kaya malaking bagay din yung mga coaches kasi binibigyan nila kami ng confidence to do the things that we want to do as long as it's within the system.
Thank you very much, Christian. You will have a game in Abra on Saturday. Why don't you invite the Novo Ecijanos to support you over there?
Iniimbitahan ko mga Nueva Ecijanos para manood sa Abra namin na laro. Sana supportahan nyo kami. Thank you sa support na binigay nyo sa amin ngayon. Thank you.
Meron ka pa ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Christian?
Binabati ko yung pamilya ko sa Ross City Capiz. Binabati ko din yung mga tropa ko nandito sa Manila and yun lang.
Alright, maraming salamat once again. Christian Manaytay is brought to you by 1xBet. Ken and Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And congratulations to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Our games tomorrow will be at the Cuneta Astrodome. We have Caloocan Batang Kangkalu versus the One Bataan Ricers, followed by the Marikina Shoemasters. They will take on the Val City Magic. And to cap things off, the Pasay Voyagers will defend their home turf. They will go up against the Manila Batang Quiapo. And that's gonna do it for our coverage for today. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Miss Mika Abisamis and our hard-working production crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.